What's stopping you? You already know that exercise is beneficial for a cancer survivor like yourself. So I'm not going to go on and on about that. What I want to break down are the 6 main barriers that are blocking your path towards a stronger, healthier, more confident self. And here's the secret. Each barrier has a door, and I'm going to give you the keys to every single one. So once you start moving, nothing's going to hold you back. So let's look at the road between you and your goal. What you can't see right now are all the rewards waiting for you. The end of fatigue, restlessness, appetite loss, chemo brain, depression, anxiety. All of that is going to be left in the dust behind you as you move forward. And it's going to be replaced by the strength and the spirit you never imagined having after cancer. Taking our first step forward, the first barrier is time. I don't have the time to work out. The days can be chaotic, but we're not looking to spend 2 hours, 7 days a week working out. It can be done, but we've got lives to live. Plus, all you really need to do is 30 minutes, 5 days a week of moderate resistance training. Daily movements like walking the dog, working in the garden, playing with the kids, and even doing housework can be exercise too. But you still need to include traditional exercises into your weekly routine. And if you're unclear on what exercises are safe to do, I'll walk you through a whole list of them on the Challenge Accepted Exercise Library. I'll link to it and the covered exercises in that description below. So when it comes to time, the key is committing to 30 minutes, 5 days a week to exercising. And if you need to, you can split that up during the day, doing 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes at night, or even 10 minutes 3 times a day. The next major barrier on the road is money. I can't afford a gym membership, a trainer, gym outfits, or the equipment. Let's break this barrier down and then look at a door that's already unlocked and wide open and affordable for any budget. Gyms, they can be expensive, but we're not looking for all the bells and whistles here. If you think about a hotel gym, most have a set of dumbbells, a treadmill, maybe a stationary bike, and a weight machine with some cables. That's all you really need. Many community centers have these types of setups. And there are a couple big box gyms that have no commitment memberships for $10 to $20. But maybe the gym isn't for you. The gym can be intimidating. And when I worked as a coach in a gym, I would start our first session together by standing with them, looking over the entire gym floor, and I would ask, what out there scares you? A lot of people said, everything. So I get it. If this is you, the other option is working out at home. But this adds a bunch of speed bumps onto the road. What equipment do I need? What exercises do I do? What does a workout even look like? Hiring a certified personal trainer, either online or at the gym, is a great way to start working out. This could cost you from $50 for an hour-long workout session, which is on the cheap side, to $250, which is far from cheap. Just make sure the trainer that you choose is qualified to coach cancer survivors. And ask if they'll work with your doctor to make sure you're staying within your limits. Because only your doctor can prescribe exercise, and your team needs to know exactly what you're doing in order to stay safe. Getting my personal training certification with the National Academy of Sports Medicine, it taught me a lot, but nothing about how to care for my people with MS, Parkinson's, cerebral palsy, and cancer. Understanding their specific needs took months of additional education and a partnership with health professionals. The third expense when it comes to money is an easy write-off. When it comes to what to wear, this isn't a beauty pageant, so just wear whatever feels comfortable. And if you're working out at home, wear whatever. Wear nothing at all. If you watch my Challenge Accepted workouts, you'll see that I'm wearing pajama pants because that's what I feel comfortable in. But what about that door that's already open and doesn't cost you a dime? I have a bunch of workouts right here on this channel, and each one is designed with a cancer survivor's needs and concerns in mind. And they're all free to do. For many of them, you don't even need store-bought weights, and you can wear whatever you want. But I would suggest picking up a set of light dumbbells or some bands if you plan on building strength and mobility over time. With the gym also comes the common barrier of transportation. How do I work out at the gym, join a class, or a training session if I have no way to get there? Getting to the gym can take extra time and cost you, which is going to take us back to the two barriers we just walked through. The easiest solution and key to transportation is working out at home. And we already went over how that can be done on your time with very little or no money. So unless the gym location is convenient, walking distance, or you don't mind taking the time to travel to the gym, start your fitness journey at home, and maybe in the future, get that membership. But even with everything in place for a home workout, the fourth barrier, it's right there, and it's looming over us. And it's huge. Energy. I don't have the energy to do a workout. This is a big one, because as you know, fatigue is the number one side effect for cancer treatment, and it can continue long into recovery. But I need you to trust me on this. If you just start with a few simple movements for 10 minutes a day, in no time, you'll be up to 30 minutes a day and working in bigger movements. Getting that blood pumping wakes up the nervous system, improves the results of chemotherapy agents, and boosts your immune system, which actually helps the ability to detect and eliminate cancer cells. You'll even find yourself less anxious and sleeping better at night, both of which will help you curb that fatigue. I know this will be a tough barrier to cross, but you need to ask yourself, while you're lying there, not wanting to do anything, is this where I want to be? Feeling like I do now, a year from now? I'm not asking you to pump up like Arnold or jazzercise around like Richard or Jane. Just work some simple movements into your daily routine. And before you know it, that energy level is going to start rising up, and you'll be on the path to a new you. And to prove to you how easy it is, I have a few workouts that you could do while sitting on the couch or in bed. And I'll link to those workouts in the description below if you want to try them out. With the larger barriers unlocked, we now come to an easy obstacle to pass: trust. Who can I trust to guide me down the right path and help me reach my goals? And with so much conflicting information on the internet, what and how can I trust any of it? For this, I go back to finding a coach that has experience working with cancer survivors and has continued their education after basic certification. A professional coach never stops learning, and they seek out the facts whenever a new drug, diet, fad workout, or exercise trend comes around. The science-based truth is out there, and we know where to find it and can clear up any confusion you may have. So the key to trust is asking a lot of questions before working with someone or starting an exercise program. And honestly, trust your gut. This leads us to the final barrier: knowledge. What does my doctor know about working out? What does my trainer know about what I'm going through or what I'm feeling during treatment and recovery? And how do I work out if I don't know what I'm doing? I've heard all of these questions from many cancer survivors that I've worked with, so let's unlock each one. Oncologists and cancer professionals are amazing, and I respect them and everything they do. But it's true. Some don't know which exercise to prescribe when they suggest you add a workout program to your weekly routine. That's why I always try to work with the doctors when I design my workouts. With their help and with what I've learned over the years, I can be confident that I'm guiding you safely and in the right direction. Here's the answer I've given in the past. I may never experience the physical and mental effects caused by breast cancer, but I've battled alongside many and have had very deep and honest conversations with survivors to understand their journey and the fight along the way. That's why I take the time to answer all of your questions and ask you a bunch of questions until I'm confident that we can proceed safely and we have a clear and realistic goal that we can achieve. This transparency and understanding makes the final question easy to answer. How do I work out if I don't know what I'm doing? You will over time, if you stick with it. Working out may seem hard at first, but the more you do and the more you learn, the more you'll understand. And it will stop being something you need to do because your doctor told you to, but something you want to do because you're now able to picture a healthier, stronger, more confident you in the future. And now that you have the 6 keys, those barriers are nothing more than excuses. And excuses can't take control of your actions as long as you have the mental strength to push aside doubt, crush fear, and kick complacency right square in the ass. I'll see you next week. Until then, remember, cancer can never attack your spirit, your strength, your passion, or your positivity.